Greetings, friends out there in the social media world. If you happen to be scrolling by and see this video, I invite you to say hello. I'm going to be keeping my eyes on the comments here. I thought that I would come to you live this morning from my yoga studio just to give you an idea of what it looks like, first of all, to participate in the online space when it comes to joining for yoga practice. We're going to get into a lot of detail here. Just wanted to share what's going on with yoga teacher training for this next upcoming session. If you know me, you know I've posted a lot about it, that we are just about maybe 10 days or less away from the sign-up deadline. But I wanted to share, what is going on with the program. I know that we are kind of inundated with yoga teacher training programs, but I feel compelled to share that I actually started this program because the practice itself was something so intricately important in my own healing journey. That began back in the early 90s. And of course, we have witnessed what the practice of yoga has turned into, kind of, maybe, over the years. And I felt compelled to continue on with tradition and really, just create a program that helps new teachers and those who are sharing this practice with others to really deepen their understanding of the true and authentic way that it has been offered, how it has been gifted to us from rishis and sages, and to keep that tradition. I guess I could say that I feel like, ancient practices that are serving us so well today are actually serving us because there were certain individuals and certain humans on the planet who really wanted to, keep that tradition going, keep that knowledge going, right? So it was kind of like the wisdom keepers, so to speak, I would say. And, they hid the books and they hid the texts and they kept the actual practices going to allow us to benefit from them today. So if everything is altered, and we get everything watered down, right, then there might be, the knowledge can get lost. So those who join this program, I really do feel like are those innovators and those knowledge keepers that are intent on keeping the tradition and the ancient knowledge just the way it is. So that's one of my intents here in sharing this program. So let me get into some details about the program itself. I really do feel like for the tuition that you pay and that you invest in a program, you should really be getting the most out of it as possible. So what makes this program different is a few different things. First of all, instead of learning just two styles of teaching asana, you learn about 6. So you are certified to teach Hatha, Vinyasa, Yin, Restorative, and Chair, as well as learning pregnancy, safety, and precautions. So I feel like those who are leaving the program next week are pretty confident in even teaching prenatal yoga. More importantly, though, because you can get asana training anywhere, is the depth and background of philosophy and understanding ancient texts and understanding, first and foremost, Sankhya philosophy, the basis of the practice itself, and how it unfolds in the psychological space for us. So I feel like that is a big component of this program. But you're also learning all of the basis. So, the Bhagavad Gita, the ancient texts, the discussions, the psychological discussions in that, and, what is really the practice of yoga. So then on top of that, you have all of these 6 different styles of asana where you're learning how the Panchavayu are related to that. And so that means the 5 directional flows of pranic energy in the body. And when you are in an asana, what's occurring there for you? Well, that means that you must understand Ayurvedic relationship to each posture as well. And so the knowledge of Ayurveda, or I should say the introduction to Ayurveda, is offered here. But throughout the entire program, then, it's consistently overlapped with every single thing that we're doing in the body, in the mind, in the emotional and spiritual space. So what does it look like? The program is 7 different parts. We start off with full philosophy in the beginning, the introduction to the practice itself, who are the most prominent people in the United States, how did it get here, where did it go, and all that good stuff, and then really unfolding into the background of what were the rishis and sages really trying to gift humanity. Profound practice. So with the program comes this big, beautiful binder that you will receive, chock full of information. The first 2 sections will be printed out and added to your binder, and then I will send everything else electronically, because there are those who are practicing in person and those who will be joining online. So everyone will get their electronic additional sections to the binder, and then they have the option to either keep it electronically to save trees or they can print it at their discretion and add it to their book. We have some, beautiful books that are mandatory for part of this practice. First and foremost, Yoga by Indu Aurora. This is, Indu is a highly respected teacher in our community, and when this book arrived, I wrote to her personally and said, I think I've been waiting for this book to come out for over a decade, in the fact that it overlaps deep information between the yoga and Ayurveda practice. In addition to that, we are doing contemplation on the Yoga Sutra, right? So Yoga Sutras by Iyengar is a wonderful book as well, because he offers a very in-depth and clear definition and breakdown to what is, being delivered in the Yoga Sutras by Sage Patanjali. We also are using Yoga Sequencing by Mark Stevens. This book is wonderful. It was a surprise to me. I just felt one day that I wanted to freshen up my sequencing after teaching so long, different asana flows and things like that. And I discovered that there is also Ayurveda information in this book. So that was really, really lovely. And we go in depth there. And then, in addition to all of this, the styles, the philosophy, the texts, the lineage, and all of that, then we're going to discuss business practices. My background is in business development. That was my previous career. And so after you, finish this program, then what? What do you do with that? So I offer a lot of information on, how to register with Yoga Alliance should you decide that that's something you want to do. I also explain what types of documentation are necessary for you to, protect yourself from liability. And all those things are generally not really provided in a 200-hour program. So it is chock full of information from the moment we meet until the moment we depart. And then I can also say, maybe you want to see what it looks like here to, what does it look like if I attend online, right? So this is also to say, I do different camera angles. There's always clear lighting. Everything used is professional equipment. I have to say, with Facebook Live, if there's any type of buzzing or anything to the back of my, with my microphone or anything like that, it's just Facebook Live where that occurs. And so it does not occur when we are meeting with each other. So coming back here to say, hopefully there's clear sound, clear sight here. And I'm, questions that might pop up about this program, you can come back. I'm going to post this video, of course, across social media, to my YouTube channel and all of that good stuff. But if at any time some question comes up, I invite you to just place it in the comments and I'll come back and answer that. What does the time frame look like? Well, I am getting ready to depart for Chicago, so this program, this last session here of the 200-hour for the year will be offered at Soderworld Wellness Center in person in Willowbrook, Illinois. Being, the time of this video is the summer of 2022. And so we'll be in person at Soderworld, and it is also open to anyone across the country online. And then it's also offered, hybrid, so both. So say you're in the Chicagoland area, you want to attend some classes in person, you want to attend some classes online. That's absolutely, an option for the course itself. Deadline for registration is May 25th, and the reason for that is because I need to get your binders composed and bring them with me to Soderworld, or if you're participating online, I need to get those shipped out to you before my departure. So May 25th is really a hard close deadline of the last day to sign up for the program. And just to mention, this is the last session that this will be offered in the 200-hour space. The program and the course is very in-depth. It includes so many, details that it will be converted in 2023 going forward to a 300-hour program where we're just going to really focus more on deeper philosophy, more connection with the Ayurvedic practice, level 2 asana, or maybe you've done a 200-hour that only included understanding Hatha and VINYASA asana. And then, this, when it becomes a 300-hour, will also include the secondary certifications of yin, restorative, pregnancy, chair. And I also offer, discussion and training and true, authentic knowledge of what Yoga Nidra is all about. So please feel free at any time to pose questions or say hello. Even if you just happen to catch this video, say hi. Just give me a note, a little notification that maybe you've seen it. We are going to be meeting from June 5th up until August 27th. It is, many weekends, but not all, throughout the summer, and then a couple of evenings. In addition, we have Misty Soderholm, who is joining the program to offer her wonderful background in understanding human anatomy. We have Shannon Chada, her beautiful essential oils space, and she is an incredible, authentic practitioner who brings a lot of beautiful energy when it comes to plant essences. We're in the natural herbal space, and so having her perception and how to use specific herbals during gatherings, whether, it might not even be an asana class. It might just simply be a gathering, a meditation space, or satsang and things like that. So, of course, keeping in mind that yoga is much more than just a physical yoga class, asana class. That is part of it, but is much more than that. So bringing in, different components. Then we have Treya, beautiful Treya at Soderworld, who is offering to the program her deep knowledge of chanting mantras and the importance and the healing practice of that. So, her background, living in India for so many years, she really brings a beautiful energy to this space as well. So there are 4 of us, contributing to this training, to this program. There's a lot occurring, and as I said, it will be the last time it's offered in this 200-hour space. It will become a 300-hour next year. So if that is something that actually interests you, let me know. Reach out to me, and then we'll talk about that. So if you're still here, I appreciate you just checking in for these 15 minutes. And if you are in Chicago, I hope to see you soon. If you're elsewhere in the country, I would love to have you join, participate. I really do take this practice very, very seriously. And this program is not something that I do just to churn it out. It is done because it's my very heartfelt intention to hold on to this practice and allow it to spread out through, community for those wisdom keepers who want to really pass down the tradition and the authentic practice. So thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you a beautiful weekend. Namaste.